Hey everybody, welcome back to Fab Daddy TV. As always, I'm your lovely bearded host, Fab Daddy. It is actually 9 days before Christmas, and it's 42 degrees here in central Indiana, if you can believe it. But check your local listings. But anyway, since it was a nice day, I had some tools and stuff I needed to put away. So I was just out here in the shop working. Obviously, if you can look behind me, I haven't cleaned. Everything's still laying around because, well, I'm lazy. But anyway, so as I was out here working, I was thinking about Buford, and I've kind of hit a situation that I'm guessing most people with project vehicles run into, and that is I'm kind of at a standstill. Most projects you're going to run into a situation where you get caught either waiting on parts or waiting on something to come back from a machine shop, or in my case, you're just out of money at the moment. With that being the case, sometimes it can be hard to stay motivated on a project, especially right now because, like I said, I'm in central Indiana. It's the middle of December, and usually it's freezing or snowing or something like that. Just happened to catch a nice day today. So what you can do, I had some ideas of what I can do to keep motivated on this project, because you don't want to stay unmotivated about a project for too long. Otherwise, you start filling the bed with crap. You start, park it in the back of the barn. It gets covered up with stuff, and you just kind of forget about it. And it sits there for 40 years, and somebody else, gets a barn find. Which actually, that's kind of what Buford is. He's been sitting for at least 24, 25 years. The last time he was titled was 2000, and we're getting ready to start 2025. Anyway. So I wanted to go over Buford here real quick, show you some of the little projects or little side quests, if you want to take them as that, just to show you a few of them here to kind of maybe help you stay motivated on your projects. So let me turn the camera around and we'll get started. So first thing is here under the hood. As you know, I've got the engine out. So there's a couple things under here I plan on doing. One of them is obviously need to degrease under here, get all the oil and everything cleaned up from, I'm guessing, from when the connecting rod came out the side of the oil pan. It sprayed oil everywhere. Something else, if you can see, the heater box is damaged. More than likely that heater box is going to get replaced, but for now I can go ahead and patch that up, patch that hole. There's a rust spot right there on the firewall that needs patched up and cleaned up a little bit. I can work on that. Obviously, I'm not going to do the degreasing and washing and stuff right now because, well, it's only 40 degrees and it's supposed to get down in the 20s. The hydro boost is leaking and it's probably going to need to be replaced, so I can start working on that. The wiring in this truck is a disaster, so I can start digging into that. So there's several things right here just under the hood. There's a couple other things. It's got an aftermarket transmission cooler that I don't like, and don't like how it's mounted and stuff like that. So I can go ahead and pull that out, pull that apart. Something else here on the front of the truck is these bumper horns. They're kind of rusty, and honestly, I don't really like the looks of them. So I go ahead and pull those off. Let's walk around the side of the truck here. So if you look at this running board, get a good side view here. See how it kind of dips down here in the middle, right there by that light, and that's caused by the bracket underneath that holds that running board on broke. Just ripped right off of the body, or no, the bracket itself broke. And it's got some dents. If you look underneath, they've run under some stuff. This flap, mud flap, I guess you want to call it, is bent. So what I'm probably going to do is go ahead and pull that whole entire running board off, straighten it out, go ahead and make some new brackets. Take those lights off because they don't work. I am going to add some different lights on later, some newer, probably LEDs or something. I can get that all straightened out, get it cleaned up, probably maybe even polish it before I put it back on. Something else, I want to take those two little pieces of trim off because they are the only two pieces of trim on this side of the truck. Look up into the bed here. I'm probably going to take these caps off because I don't really like the way they look. They do kind of match the running boards, but it's not really something I want to keep. I have these. This truck had a old school fifth wheel in it, and it also had, if you can see the holes here, it had a gooseneck mounted in it. And if you look at the brackets under the bed, they're kind of light duty. See those two little brackets right there? Yeah, that's why I held the gooseneck in. So anyway, those need to get taken out. So that's something else I can do. I'm going to pause for here just a second. Sorry about that. I'm back. We're going to move around here to the back of the truck. This bumper's kind of bent up. And honestly, I don't really like the look of that bumper. I can't decide if I want to get like a Blazer bumper or Suburban bumper. It's kind of called a sport bumper. It's pretty small, little low profile, and I need to mount a hitch back here anyway. So, or I may get a drop bumper, which is kind of beefier, heavy duty, and I think it might look good on this truck. Again, inside the bed, you know, I can take these brackets out. I'm not going to use them. And we'll go up here. We'll look at the interior. As you can tell, it needs swept out, cleaned up. The headliner needs taken out and cleaned up. That's something that you can do. The tint on these back windows is absolutely horrible. It's so faded, and it's peeling off, and it doesn't look very good, so you can pull that off. The doors have these visors that I don't like, so I can go ahead and pull those off. I have new rubber seals for the front doors that actually I had with another truck that I used to own that didn't get used. I can put those in. The wiring under the dash needs some help. It's got this old school, I think it's a temperature gauge can come out. That auxiliary port can come out. That bracket from what I'm guessing was a brake controller can come out. So as you can see, I'm gonna turn you back around here. As you can see, there's all kinds of stuff to do. I love that sound. There's all kinds of stuff you can do to keep moving on your project. You can pull the wheels off, get them painted. And it's all stuff that you can do with little to no money. Like cleaning, degreasing the engine compartment. You can do that, just buy a couple of bottles of degreasing agent. You know, they don't cost that much, and it keeps you motivated on the project. So if you ever get to a point where you're not feeling the project, or you're struggling to stay motivated on it, or you're waiting on stuff and you got to do something to it just to keep your mind at ease, look around at your project. There's always something you can do to it that's not going to take much of any money, and probably just a little bit of time. You know, do 1 or 2 a week just to kind of stretch it out a little bit, so that you have more to do for a longer time. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are kind of in a position that I am, where you're waiting on some cash to come in, or parts to come back, or you're having trouble finding an engine or something, which I think I found one. I've just got to get the money together to get it. So anyway, that's kind of my tip for today, for this week. I appreciate you guys watching these videos. If you would do me a favor, and down at the bottom, if you want to click on like and follow, I would greatly appreciate it. So I hope you guys are doing well. I want to wish you all Merry Christmas if it hasn't already come, and if it has, Happy New Year. So see you guys later. Get out, do something cool. Bye guys.